Check 1 2, check 1 2. Check 1 2. Okay, I think our audio is good today. Welcome Nuggets to the food truck. Hey Nuggets, welcome to the food truck. My name is Ruka. Today we are actually I wasn't sure what I was going to do today. I really wasn't planning to stream today, but I got there's just so much stuff that's happened in the past couple of days. I feel like I kind of want to talk about it, and you know how bad I am typically with just doing Zots done by itself, so it's kind of like, okay, let's do a little Mahjong with it. Maybe that'll help me get into the, what do you call this? Get into the what's the word? Get into the mood to talk. I mean, it's really not much, just some adventures today and few things over the weekend, but nothing too huge though. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do some ranking in Mahjong Soul. I haven't done ranking in a very long time. If you haven't, what do you call this? If you haven't seen the Mahjong streams here on this channel before, typically I do the Mahjong streams with friends, and we're just playing for fun, and really no stakes attached except for how dangerous some of my friends' conversations get when they get too drunk, especially last time. But yeah, today I just kind of want to do a solo thing, and I don't know if maybe make this regular once I finally move into my place. It won't be for a while. It's gonna be like a few weeks or something, because I'm still packing and I'm not scheduled to move until then. But yeah, anyway, so this is not the first time I've played Mahjong Soul, obviously. However, my rank in the 4-player matches is only Adept. I don't know if this actually reflects my actual power level. It's I mean, I'm decent, but am I decent enough to move up to expert? That's the question. Am I gonna be close enough to get to expert today? We'll see. Hey Vo, good evening. How are you? Good evening, good morning, Vo. I am doing okay. I'm gonna be trying to chat a little bit about recent events while I try to rank up in Mahjong. Just because I can't do straight up Zatsudans with nothing, while not doing anything. I tried before. It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. But I hope you're doing well. I think we'll go for the silver room. It's gonna be a tough match, but we're gonna do that. Hello Mars, welcome. How's it going? We're gonna try to do some ranking and me talking at the same time. I'm gonna be doing mostly 4-player East just because it's quicker. 4-player South is fun, but it takes a little bit too long. So we're just gonna queue up. And yeah, while we are waiting for queue, has anyone seen the announcement for the new Hollow Stars? I guess they're technically Hollow Stars? Tempest? Have I eaten dinner yet? I have. I ate a few pieces of bread. Thank you very much. My dinner is bread. I don't normally eat dinner actually. I try to do the intermittent fasting diet thing, which for I think minimum hours for intermittent fasting, you do like 16 hours of fasting, and then you can eat for the next 8 hours. I'm trying to do 18 hours, which hasn't been a bad thing. It's actually been working fairly well, though I kind of cheat sometimes and do like 17 hours. So I don't really eat breakfast, I don't really eat dinner, but I stuff myself in between, if that makes any sense. Didn't pay attention to Hollow Tempest, but yeah, they're branded as Hollow Stars EN. Yeah, I mean, I would be surprised if HoloLive ever makes a, what do you call this? A mixed gender generation wave. No, they do generations. Nijisanji does wave. I'd be surprised if they ever do a mixed gender gen. So, right. I did see a few of them, and I think to me the most interesting guy might be the Alucard looking dude. And the guy with a mask, though they did show him without a mask in some promo art. So it's like, dude, don't show that. Don't show him without the mask until the debut. It increases the mystery, you know? It increases the mystery. But, oh well. Oh well. I don't know. He looks a little bit... He looks edgy. His design is edgy. But you know these guys are going to be dorks. For the most part, going to be dorks. But I am kind of curious how they're going to fare. Considering it took Hololive this long to get any guys in there, apart from the JP branch. Considering it's an idol group, having mixed gender in one group is unlikely. This is true. This is true. They don't generally make mixed gender idol groups in real life anyway too. So I guess so. I don't know. Maybe I'm just more of a... I don't know. I like Niji Sanji. I like that they do what they do. Like, I mean, as far as Ian goes, it's still not mixed gender technically, but it's not something they haven't done before in other branches. I don't know. I just feel like it's just one of those marketing things that I don't understand, but at the same time, yeah, you kind of have to do it. Oh well. Oh well. When is their debut supposed to be anyway? This weekend? I guess it's this weekend, right? So we'll see what these guys are like. Maybe minds will change. But I don't... The one thing I do expect from these guys, or maybe one thing I don't expect from these guys is that they're going to be as raunchy. Oh, well, sumo. Can't really do anything about that. I don't think they're gonna be as raunchy as the Niji Sanji folks. I mean, they might hint at it, but they're not gonna be... I don't feel like they're gonna be outright as bad at it. I mean that's perfectly fine. It's a different audience, and they'll hopefully their artistic talents, which I'm expecting some singing, I'm expecting some art. One of the guys already put out a manga, a short manga, but a manga nonetheless. And I feel like that guy is probably a manga artist if he made it himself. So there's gonna be some art stuff going on. Hey Bison, welcome. Been paying attention at V Shoujo more than Hololive since Keisan Nazuna joined. Down bad for the Angel for some reason. Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder why. We're not gonna name any names here. I mean, if you know, you know. I haven't been paying attention to V Shoujo much. I do know that Keisan is in it. I never mentioned this in public. I just mentioned it in my friend groups that when the whole V Shoujo what do you call this, audition started, I was thinking maybe Keisan would enter because she's kind of the same personality, and I didn't think it was actually going to happen. I just kind of said that offhandedly, so that's weird. What are we talking about? We talked a little bit about Tempest, and it was brought up that someone else was paying attention more to V Shoujo, so I was just making comments on V Shoujo and what's going on with their new members, which they have 2 new members, Keisan, which honestly I wasn't sure if she was going to do it, but at the same, because she doesn't need to. Let's be honest, Keisan does not need to join a group. She's better independently, but I guess if she wants to join with V Shoujo, it's more like she's not just a Japan thing anymore. She can actually reach outside her Japan circle. That's my thoughts on it. It's a little bit too businessy for my taste, but them's the facts. I feel like, or at least that is the speculation, and that is the, you know, just kind of how the nature of the beast works, I suppose. And of course, the other member that joined VShojo. If you know her, then you know her. We're not gonna say any names here. We're not gonna say any names here. Though I wasn't expecting her to join. Period. Just not something I expected. I think the auditions were started just to get I'm guessing Kason and then Nazuna was a last minute pick. I suppose. I mean, the thing is, the thing with VShojo, I feel like it's more like I'm probably gonna get canceled for this, but it's probably also true. They are very targeted to a Western audience, which is kind of raunchy, to be honest. I mean, I guess Nijisan GEN is kind of the same, but I feel like, I don't know, it's more like a sorority kind of vibe, and some people like it, some people don't. The only one in VShojo I really only care about, even right now, is Iron Mouse, to be honest. I like her, she's a good girl. I like her. But yeah. Though making a Japan branch, ooh boy. Especially picking up the members that they did. I don't know what kind of signal that sends, but these are all very seasoned people in what they do. And it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens down the road. That's all I'm going to say about that. That is all I'm going to say about that. Near future, though, I'm quite curious to see how Tempest holds up. Whether or not they can, quote-unquote, compete with Niji EN or hold on their own. At the very least, they need to hold on their own. Compete, I don't think it needs to be a competition, but a lot of people make it into a competition, so okay, you know, whatever. Oh crap, I think I closed myself out on this. Oh boy. Yep, there is no points in this hand, so we gotta fix this quick. By the way, I have been playing this game for ages, but could never pull gacha here for some reason. I need those cute anime PNGs. You mean you never tried doing the gacha in this game, or you could never get what you want in the gacha? Because if you could never get anything you want from the gacha, I understand 100%. I also kind of have that problem. You see this character I'm using right now? It took me... Oh jeez, how much did it take me? Yeah, I know it was... I think it was like at least 10 rolls. 10 rolls. 100 rolls. And if you know how much that cost, it was expensive! It was expensive, and do I regret it? Not really. At the same time, it feels bad. It feels bad, man. I would have been more than happy to stick with the cat girl, your default cat girl, and use her. But I wanted to use something different for the stream, so I pulled for someone, and it cost me 100 rolls worth, and it feels bad. It feels bad. Ran out of the thing to pull them, and I don't know how to earn it since I keep losing games. I don't know if you can get free currency in the game. I don't think you can get free currency in the game. I think most people just pay for the gacha currency to be able to get them, because that is literally their only source of income. If they don't make that premium, or at least they don't make it something you pay for, they won't have the funds to keep the game up. So yeah, I don't think you can get free funds. If you do, it's gonna be very, very little. I will be surprised. I'll be surprised. I don't normally try to play rank on my own time, or what do you call this, do any of the events in this game, because I only see it as a pure Mahjong simulator, or at least a Mahjong board. With decent emotes and decent characters, so it's like, okay, That's good enough for me. That's all I really need. So, for the longest time, I didn't roll until I started streaming it, and then, oh boy, here we are. Here we are. I at least haven't gone down the path of trying to roll for certain characters when like all the characters I want. Otherwise, I'd be very broke right now. It's just Mahjong, but instead of grandmas, it's anime girls and boys. I mean, I guess depending on where you come from, Mahjong is normally played by older folks, but there is a, what do you call this? There is a Mahjong, like a Mahjong tournament in Japan, and we're using Japanese rules. So which is like, I haven't watched any of them, but I hear it gets pretty heated. It gets pretty crazy in how intense the matches get. So it's like, it's not just grandmas, but they are fairly on the older side. It's kind of like what do you call this? Texas Hold'em poker, televised, but older than that general demographic. Also, Workshop, welcome. Sorry if I haven't welcomed you in yet. Train of thoughts need to be finished first. And I am bad at finishing them. Okay, this is bad. No one has tossed out a green. This is going to be very bad. Okay, there's a green. We can toss these out now. But yeah. Okay. So, the thing that happened today, or at least I've been saying for the past several weeks now that I've been working on moving, right? And finally cleared out my closet. Apparently 85% of my clothes and sheets fit in one large luggage, which sounds like not a whole lot, but when I look at the amount of hangers I have, which is like over 20 hangers, it is kind of impressive. But I still have like my bulky jackets and stuff that need to be packed, but it's kind of weird seeing my closet almost empty. I also use it as my storage room for like spare PC parts, which I had to get rid of because I am not taking those with me. All the spare PC parts, which I don't know, some of them kind of work, some of them don't work. And I was kind of hoping that I wanted to like sell them to someone, but it's kind of really hard to sell PC parts unless people are like looking for specific stuff. And all my PC parts are more than 5 years old, so I kind of doubt anyone is going to buy them off me. So the only other option I have is to recycle, or you know, hopefully the pawn shop takes them. There's that. Remember watching this anime called Saki? Yes, Saki is a Mahjong anime. However, Saki is a really bad anime to learn Mahjong from. Saki is Magic Mahjong, and Magic Mahjong is definitely not something to learn from. If you actually want to learn Mahjong with actual strategy and whatnot, watch Akagi. Akagi is made by the same guy that made Kaiji. It is gritty. It is a bit of a slog to go through, just like Kaiji was, kind of. And it's basically, what do you call this? Yakuza Mahjong. I mean, the rules are still regular Mahjong, but I say Yakuza Mahjong in that there is a lot of cheating. There is a lot of cheating going on in that anime, both by everyone in the opposing side as well as the main character. But the rules are real. At least the way they get their hands are real, cheating or not cheating. So there is that. There is that at least. What am I gonna do here? Let's get rid of this. But yeah, Akagi, very good, a very good show to learn Mahjong from. That's actually how I started learning Mahjong, and that's how I started like getting into Mahjong. It's because of that. which is I don't know. Anime does influence people, but you should know like the good stuff and bad stuff, not to be influenced by. Maybe. Oh jeez, this hand is going nowhere fast. I can't really do anything with my hand right now. It's like, especially if someone reaches on the 4th turn. What the heck? Reaching on the 4th turn should be illegal, but it just happens, and it's really hard to figure out what to do from here. Really hard. Anyway, but yeah, so as I was going through my stuff, sorting out the things I didn't want to keep anymore and get rid of, okay, at least it's not me. 3,900, that is cheap. Hey, number 2, you bet. Well, it got to your first place, so there's good. That's good too. We're still in the 3rd ace. What? Akagi anime. I remember that one is brutal. Life depends on it. Same time is awesome. Yes, it's like Kaiji. It's like Kaiji, where gambling is basically betting your life. That's the main theme that the author always uses in all of his works. It's just that in Akagi, it's either getting your knees whacked by the Yakuza, or your what do you call this? In one part of the major part of Akagi anyway, is like getting your blood drained. I don't think that's so much a spoiler. It's more like it just goes on for so long that you probably have heard of it by now, and if you didn't, it's not that big of a spoiler. It's not that big of a spoiler, I don't feel like. It's just I think Kaiji is less monotonous about the risk of gambling and showing that, just because he does a lot more stuff than just rock paper scissors with cards. I think that's the first gambling game in Kaiji, the rock paper scissors with cards, and then there was the crossing the beams. If you've seen Squid Game, you know some of these already because Squid Game copied Kaiji. And then there is also Pachinko was a huge one, but that's a different season. A whole season on just Pachinko. That's kind of crazy, but then again, if you think about it, Pachinko is huge in Japan. I went to a Pachinko parlor once just to see what the big deal is. I didn't like play any of the games or sit down, but I just kind of went in, took a peek, and the cigarette smoke was so overwhelming that I just had to step out. It made me and my travel companion dizzy. And it was nice to check it out, but would never go in there. Never go in there. Even if you don't smoke, you probably get lung cancer just inhaling the secondhand smoke in there. It's ridiculous. Extremely ridiculous. But it's an interesting place regardless, though. Yeah, I mean, technically gambling is not legal in Japan, but they have these pachinko parlors everywhere because there's a loophole. There's a loophole in the rules that kind of more or less whatever your winnings are in pachinko, you can like trade it in at an unaffiliated shop or something, and then you can get money that way. So it's kind of weird, but that's how that's kind of how it works. I probably should have taken that. Didn't. Well, this hand is a bit of a mess, not gonna lie. But yeah. So yeah, I kind of went through all my closets and cupboards and whatnot. sorted some stuff I wasn't going to need in the new place, as well as stuff I didn't need anymore. And I looked at it, and I was gonna like just donate to like the local thrift store to see if I mean, the easiest thing to do with a lot of the stuff is just to don't. F&A. Okay, that hurts. What the heck? Oh. Oh. My ranking is gonna go down from this, isn't it? Okay. I guess I have to take you guys a little bit more seriously now, don't I? Don't you just love technicalities? Yeah, I mean... A smart person would say technicalities are a way to get what you want. However, depending on what it is extremely sleazy. It can be extremely sleazy. And you know what? Sometimes you do have to be a little bit sleazy to get things done in your favor. However, at the detriment of someone else, it's very annoying. And I hate it. I hate it. This is why I don't like lawyers. I'll be honest. I don't like lawyers. Even though I have maybe 1 or 2 friends that are lawyers, I do not like them. Because they say, I mean, they will act in the interest of their client for better or worse. Which makes me wonder, do you have a conscience? Do you have a conscience? I don't believe they do. I don't believe they do. I am almost dead, aren't I? Okay, not that high, but still pretty good. And I am in 4th place, meaning how badly did I take a hit on my ranking? Minus 29. No, minus 49. I also lost some money over that. Okay. Minus 49, we gotta get 800 points. It's not too bad, but it's still kind of bad. Kind of bad. Alright, well, round 2. Let's go round 2. I'm hoping for at least a win today. I mean, I couldn't do anything with those hands, to be honest. There's nothing I could do with that. But yeah. After I got everything sorted out, it was either donate everything to charity, which, you know, it's not really charity. It's a thrift store. If you know what Goodwill is, I don't consider them a charity. They're like a non-profit business, technically. But I would not call them a charity. But a lot of people donate stuff to them because they're the ones who usually take all of people's junk. And it's just easier to do it that way rather than to find all these different actual charities within town, if you have one, and figure out who would take what. Because, I mean, let's be honest, you don't really want to give like someone a half-torn sheet or half-torn clothes. It's not a good thing to give. But at the same time, maybe someone else could use it. I don't know. Or it's hard to get rid of because there's not a whole lot of places that will take like clothes and use old pillows and turn them into something else. A lot of that stuff just ends up in the landfill if you just toss it out, and that feels really bad. That feels super bad to me, especially now in this day and age where we have like what 8 billion people on Earth and we're all tossing trash everywhere. Even though there's like, yes, there's landfills which all the trash gets compressed and whatnot, but at the same time it just feels really bad and doesn't feel very responsible. I would rather have that material either burned, if you can't really do anything with it, burned, transformed into power, or repurposed into something else. Like You guys have way too fast hands. Or like, I mean, you can repurpose the cotton and threads from like a pillow or shirt to something else, right? I feel like you can just like cut that up and make it into a quilt or something. At the very least, a quilt. And a quilt can be, once worn down, can be made into other quilts. I think. Could be wrong. Though I will be, or I don't know. Is cotton biodegradable? Is like, are clothes biodegradable if it's just purely cotton and there's no polyester woven into it? I kind of feel like it should be, but I don't know if it is. It's a difficult thing to be living and trying to figure out what to do with all these stuff. The worst parts are the electronics and plastics. That's the worst part. Especially plastics, because not a whole lot of people will take them, and whenever you like try to melt a plastic down, can you really reform it to something else? It's not easy. A lot of people don't like them, but we use plastics for everything, so it's like, what the heck? Electronics is another one that's kind of an issue. Like, yeah, you can probably farm the copper wires and all the other metals that attach to circuit boards and whatnot. And there are people that will do that. Great, let's do that, because I feel like we're gonna run out of metals eventually. I'm kind of amazed, to be honest, that even in our, I want to say almost 100 years history of just the past 100 years of technology and whatnot, it's amazing that we have enough material to supply ourselves with all the stuff that we are currently using. And imagine how much of that stuff doesn't even get recycled. I don't know. It's just something I've been thinking of recently, and I wouldn't call myself like an environmentalist or anything. It's just I want to be a little bit more responsible. That's it. I just want to be a little bit more responsible. Effin' A. How was I supposed to know you were... Okay, it's just 2006. I'll take that. I'll take that. As long as it's not like 8 or 12,000, I will take it. Still, it's ouch. But anyway, managed to find a place that will take the clothes and stuff either to give to other people, or maybe they can like repurpose it for something else. That'd be nice, as well as the electronic stuff. But also I tried to go to a pawn shop for the first time today. Like, I've never been to a pawn shop before. Have any of you guys been into a pawn shop before? Like, when you hear a pawn shop, what do you think of? Let's start there. Because let's also start here. Whenever you play like games in particular, or like RPGs are really notorious about this. RPGs are really notorious about this. You buy something and you don't need it anymore, you just sell it back to the same shop, or even an unrelated shop. Like say you bought a weapon and sell that to the item shop. Realistically speaking, the item shop would not want your weapons, but they buy it anyway. And it always seems to be at least around, not at least, but usually around 50% of whatever you paid for it, which is quite generous. Some games go as low as 5, 10, 1% of whatever you bought for, which is possibly... Oh, what? You're too fast. The heck? That's way too fast. Way too fast. This table's too fast. They're too cracked. What am I doing? Get me out of this table. Oh my gosh, we're almost done with this round. What? Anyway. Like, and they'll like take anything, right? The RPG shops will take anything. They'll take weapons, they'll take items, they'll take monster parts, which, you know, if you think about it, monster parts can be made into other weapons and armors, or even medicines, or they'll even take dirt. They will even take dirt, which no one in real life probably would, unless there's something special about that dirt, like special soil to make your plants grow faster or something. Normally people won't do that, but they will in RPGs. So, I mean, I didn't expect them to take everything that I had when I went to the pawn shop, but they did take some things. Also, I don't know what image of people have of pawn shops. Maybe something grimy, something a little bit seedy, a little bit grungy. And the pawn shops I saw kind of, sort of, were like that and not like that at the same time. I mean, I did go to like Google and see what good pawn shops to go to and how good they are at treating people, because I didn't want to get into any trouble. And when I went through them, there were a few that are like, mediocre, they're kind of rude and whatnot. I mean, I assume the pawn shop workers deal with a lot of people just trying to sell them junk, and you kind of feel sorry about that. So I've tried not to be that kind of person, but I was a difficult person today for other people, just because I got up early and, what do you call this? I was not thinking straight, having not eaten breakfast and whatnot. But yeah, when I went to the pawn shop, though, it was actually not a bad experience. And it looks like they take a lot of heavy items, or some things are like kind of high value-ish. TVs. I don't think they take like small appliances. Like I tried selling a... Holy crap. I am glad that wasn't me. That is painful. And I got second place by default. Second place without doing anything. That's great. That's great. As it should be. As it should be. Hopefully we can recover ourselves a little bit at a time like this. Get first or second place one time. Yay. Yay. Alright, let's go again. I don't think I'll be ranking up today, but I'm going to try to get as close as possible. But yeah, what I saw sold in pawn shops were like wheels, hubcaps, bicycles. There were a lot of power tools. They also sold a lot of power tools. They also sold a lot of weapons, like guns, crossbows even. I don't think I saw any swords. I don't think I saw any knives. I tried to sell my kitchen knives, and they didn't want it. I can't imagine why. They were good kitchen knives. Still good kitchen knives, but I didn't want them anymore. But they didn't take those. I saw a lot of handbags. They sold a lot of handbags, which I was kind of surprised to see. Like, I guess a lot of people buy these cheap handbag knockoffs from like Amazon or Alibaba or something like that, or AliExpress, yeah. And that's where they mostly get their stock from, and when they don't need it anymore, they just kind of sell it. Since you can't, I mean, you can try selling it to some other people like on Craigslist or something, but it's a little tough to get buyers that way. Like, I tried selling some stuff on Craigslist before, but no one bid. I have like two chairs, a couch, and a bed. Someone bit on the bed almost immediately, which I was kind of surprised, which makes me think I probably priced this bed for too low. But I'm gonna keep the bed anyway because it's still a good bed and I could probably still use it for like just relaxing on. I don't sleep on my bed typically. I use the bed for like napping for the most part, but I don't sleep on the bed at night. I sleep on the floor on a futon because that just helps. It's a better experience for me at the very least. But yeah, there was a lot of bags. There were some collectibles, like some figurines and stuff like that, but none that I would buy. I think the most expensive figurine I saw was like this Fumo. Not Fumo. It was a figure of Psylocke from X-Men, and they were selling it for like over $100, and I couldn't tell if it was in mint condition. I mean, it looked like it was rewrapped in plastic, but not by the person who sold it. It was like rewrapped by the shop, so I couldn't tell if it was mint or it was open and someone just wanted to sell. Thank you, the first for today. It's probably gonna be cheap though. Yep, it was cheap. I'll take it. I will take it. What else do they sell? Oh, jackets. They don't take clothes per se, but unless they were, I don't think I saw any like t-shirts and stuff like that they sold, but they took jackets. And I saw this one really interesting jacket that had like patches of different nationality flags on them. Like it had Korea, it had the US, it had Canada, Germany, Japan, Germany again. No, I think it was Germany. I think Germany was only there once, but what else do they have? It was an interesting jacket, to say the least, and I kind of wanted it. It was cheap enough. It was like $30 for this slightly used jacket. It looks like it's been around for a while, but I didn't get it because it was like leather. And some people may not mind leather. I don't mind leather, but I say I don't mind leather, but I wouldn't wear it. If only because when it gets hot, leather is terrible to wear. So it's like, yeah, let's not do that because of the heat and whatnot. And it has been hot today, and the place I'm moving to is also going to be equally hot. And I wouldn't be able to use the darn thing for like who knows how long. So it's like, leather jacket, it would be a collectible for me, but I don't really need to be adding one more thing to bring with me on my move. So it's like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Okay, this is getting scary. It's getting a little scary. But yeah, I try to sell some stuff. Apparently they don't take... So, I mean, they took PCs, they took game consoles. There were a lot of Xboxes, because who wants Xbox? No one. And... not PCs. I don't think I actually saw PCs, but I saw laptops. There might have been a few PCs, though. I just didn't see them. But I tried to sell them a bunch of spare computer parts. Like I had like a really nice heatsink for the CPU that has never been used. They didn't take it. Apparently, people don't go to pawn shops to buy used computer parts. So it's like, nah, we don't take that. We do not take that. So, okay, strike one for that. So if they wouldn't take that, then they probably wouldn't also take the graphics cards I had, or the power supplies that I also had. or the old motherboard that I have, which still works, by the way. All of those still work, it's just older. So it's like, okay, I can't sell all this stuff. What can I sell? And I had this, wow, that's expensive. Third place by 100 points. Are you serious? And I took the brunt of it because I was east. Yeah, a little mad about that. But yeah. So what could I sell? I had this Xbox One Kinect camera. Now, I don't have an Xbox, but I have the Xbox One Kinect camera because that was the original camera I was going to be using for VTubing. However, it was a pain to set up, and I couldn't even get it to work to begin with. So, and it was past the return date from wherever I got it from, so I couldn't return it. So I was stuck with it for the longest time, and I didn't think to sell it to the pawn shop until like today when I was clearing my stuff out. And so I asked, "Well, will you take this, the Kinect camera for the Xbox?" And I was actually surprised they would take that and not all the spare PC parts I had, which was like, really? Really? The PC parts I feel like would be more valuable than the Xbox Kinect, but they bought it anyway from me. It wasn't much. I only got $4 out of it. I wasn't expecting much from it to begin with, but I was hoping it'd be more than like $4. We got $4 out of it anyway, so okay, fine, $4. I'm not gonna try to haggle you on the price. I just wanted gone and make some money out of it. So there was that. And then I also tried to sell some bags that I had, since I saw they bought bags, so I wasn't sure they were going to buy the bags I had. I had like a duffel bag. I also had a backpack that I wanted to sell. For some reason, they didn't take the duffel bag. I couldn't understand why. Maybe they don't take like luggage type of bags. Possibly. That's the only thing I could think of. But it was still pretty decently, like, it was still good. There's nothing wrong with it except for maybe a few marks from what do you call this? Ooh. You're cracked. It's like, except for a few marks from duct tape that I typically use to mark it. Oh, there's a good hand. There's a good hand. Let's not screw it up. I'm surprised they didn't take that, but they took my backpack. A backpack that I've had since... what do you call it? Since college and stuff. They took that. I missed the backpack, and it's also gotten to me on travels with Japan, but it's so heavy! By itself, the backpack is so heavy. So it's like I couldn't justify keeping it anymore. And I had another backpack that I was gifted that I've never used, so it's like, may as well use that instead. So yeah, yep. They took the backpack, got $10 out of that, and I couldn't sell anything else. So all I got was $14 from my first time in a pawn shop, from selling a backpack and an Xbox Kinect. I think the backpack, if I remember correctly, was about $40 or $50 when it was bought. years and years ago. So I got like 20 to 25% back on that backpack, which is not bad. It's not a great it's not a great return. And they're probably gonna be selling it for like 3 or 4 times the price that they gave me for it, which is fine. They're a business, they gotta pay people. But yeah, $10 from that, and also the $4 from the Kinect camera, which, how much did I pay for that? I think I paid maybe 15. I feel like it was around 15. Ooh, that was not as much I thought it would. I mean, that's more than I thought it would be. Nice. Solid second place if I can keep this up. So yeah, I think that was roughly a 33% return. Not return. That would assume I made money on that. That was like a 33% money back, I guess, from the Kinect. So it's not great. It's not bad either. But yeah, $14 total, and you know, for a first time experience at a pawn shop, it wasn't bad. The people were friendly, and you know, they didn't give me grief for trying to sell stuff I couldn't sell. They said, "No, can't take it." Okay, that's fine, and I didn't try to argue it. I was hoping I could make at least $100 or something from all the stuff I had, but that wasn't gonna happen, was it? That wasn't gonna happen. I need more, I guess, more standard stuff for them if I was going to make any money. But nope, I don't have that kind of stuff. I don't have that kind of stuff. And all my collectibles they will not get. If I give them my collectibles, all my anime collectibles, I don't think it would go to a good home, 1. And 2, they're gonna lowball me so badly. It's not gonna be worth it. No, those are gonna stay with me for a very long time. Very long time. $14 though, and I decided to treat myself with pho for all that hard work in the morning trying to get everything out to recycling and selling and whatnot. And the pho basically ate all $14. And you know what? There has been no regrets whatsoever regarding that. It was a good experience though, because I always thought like pawn shops were gonna be scary, but they're not. They're really. Well, I guess the ones I went to were not scary, but it could definitely be scarier in the right neighborhoods. And one of the ones I went to today, I went to 2 pawn shops today. The one I went to today, one of the ones I went to today wasn't not really too rough of a neighborhood, but definitely the clientele was on the rougher side. For sure. For sure. These guys are just trying to like earn some money, or at least see what they have to sell to get a little bit extra cash for the day. And that was kind of how I was too. But, oh, you had good fortune at the beginning of the game, and now we're taking it all back with interest. Not quite yet, though. Not quite yet. And the fall was great. Loved every moment of that fall. It's been a while, and I don't think I'll be able to get any decent pho by the time I move to the new place. It's like the quality of Asian food where I'm going to be moving next to where I'm going to be living next is gonna, like, I don't know, I feel like it's gonna be non-existent. Again, I feel like it's gonna be non-existent. It's like Asians just generally don't live in that area, and it's kind of unfortunate. The closest Asian population from where I'm going to be moving next to is like at least 2 hours away, or maybe even 3 hours away, which is a really long, what do you call it? Which is like a really long drive to getting a decent Asian food. And it's like, so what do I do now? Do I order my Asian food online? Do I order my Asian ingredients online? I think there's some. I think there's some in the area. It's just the quality is a kind of suspect. I wouldn't call it suspect, more like it's not as good as I'm used to, which is gonna be sad days, but I just gonna have to get used to it. Sad days, but gonna have to get used to it. Lots of things getting used to. But yeah, that's basically how my day went, other than just trying to tie up some loose ends with where I'm living and stuff. Which apparently is another thing, by the way. I don't know. So if you still live with your parents in a house, you don't have to worry about this right now. But once you start living by yourself, or if you ever get to that point of living by yourself, then you have to worry about rent, and when like the management wants you to like send in your notice and when you're gonna vacate the premises. It just so happens I'm gonna be mostly fine for a while. Like, I don't have to like pay for early termination and whatnot, because it's pretty close to when I'm leaving, but I still have to like pay for I still have to like pay up to the end of my lease, which kind of overlaps with the new lease in the new place. So it's like I'm paying for 2 places and one of them I'm not even using, which is kind of ridiculous if you think about it. But at the same time, if I think about it, it's almost no different from when I'm traveling, because you kind of pay for still you still have to pay your rent in the place you're living, as well as the hotels you're staying in. So I guess it's the same thing, but at the same time not really. So it's a little bit, so it's kind of different, but not different. That's how I'm saying about that. It just sucks to kind of pay for 2 places and you're not using for one, but contextualize it, it's as if I'm using one for vacation, because it's like as if I'm paying for something like I'm on vacation. It still sucks. It still sucks. Man. It's the framing. Everything's about framing. Eat it! Eat it! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I took your first place. I took your first place. Nice. Nice. I think I'll end the stream here for today. This is a good high note, and I already ran out of stuff to catch you guys up on. Which, holy crap! I only streamed for an hour. That's not a whole lot. And we're nowhere close to ranking. It's quite the grind, even if I keep getting first place to rank up. Oh wow! I would have to win 10 matches and first place. I would have to win 10 matches first place to rank up. That's quite a bit. And I don't know what all these items are that I just got, but wait, where's my logs? Where's my logs? Yeah, let's go to the end. Let's go to the end. Ah, jeez. Oh, this person had the white dragons from the start, so I was never going to get that. I was never going to get my Dai Sangen. But however, this person on the right, on my right, you can't see the mouse. But the person over here on my right had such good luck early in the game, and then all taken away. All taken away by everyone else, and I can hit hard if I have to. I also need luck though. I just had a good starting hand, otherwise it just wouldn't have worked out now, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Anyway, that's all I got for today. I think I'll end the stream here because I got nothing really else to talk about, and I still have some stuff I need to take care of, or at least try to take care of. And I just want to, you know, just update you guys on what's been happening, share some stories here and there. Yeah. But I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed the ramblings. I'll see you guys at the very latest. I'll see you guys again on Friday. I'll be streaming again on Friday. We're going to be trying to finish off Shin Megami Tensei 5. If I can stream before then, I will. But other than that, it's probably going to be a video on Thursday, next episode of Disco Elysium, and then finish off Shin Megami Tensei on Friday. Because I think we're there. But yeah, I kind of want to do more Mahjong ranking streams on Mondays, Mahjong Mondays, whenever I can. Though it's going to be a little bit tough in the next 2 or 3 weeks because it's getting closer to when I actually have to move out. But yeah, that's all I got for today. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, it's been really busy. But yeah, until next time, see ya. Bye. Thank you again. Thank you again for coming.